Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Anika and today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful strawberry cheesecake macarons. Alright, before we start baking, I just want to go over the ingredients real quick. So we got 72 grams of egg whites, 20 grams of superfine sugar, salt, just a pinch of it, 140 grams of powdered sugar right here, and then 90 grams of almond flour. And then all the colors you would need. I got black, red, and a darker red here, just to mix it up later on. So before we start, I gotta tell you a little bit more about the egg. It's very important to age the egg before you start your macaron. That basically means you just separate the eggs and place the egg white into the fridge for at least 3 to 5 days in the fridge. You just cover it with a paper towel on top and then leave it there for 5 days. The day before you make the macarons, you just take the egg white out of the fridge and then come to room temperature for, I don't know, at least 4 hours, I would say. So now we talked about all the ingredients, and besides them we need a couple more things. So we've got a spatula here, I've got a sift over here, which is not super fine, I just took one that's a little more coarse. We've got a baking tray here with a template underneath the parchment paper. This way it just helps me to pipe those circles easily. Then I've got a food processor over here, a piping bag with a round tip on the bottom, and a toothpick later on for all the bubbles to pop. That's all you need, so let's get started. Alright, first step, you just want to combine the almond flour with the powdered sugar. I just like to use a food processor right here, so I would just add those two into the food processor and pulse for, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds until you have a nice, smooth and fine consistency. Let's start making our meringue. All you need to do is pour the egg whites into the standing mixer. Also, we are going to add a little bit of salt into the egg whites and just mix it up until it's foamy. And then when it's foamy, you just add a little bit of sugar at a time into the egg whites. And then we just let it beat for 2 minutes. Meringue is ready to go. See, it's like stuck into the whisk, and that's fine. So now we're going to go ahead and add some food coloring. I've got black and red here. Alright, now I add the food color. First the red. And then the black. Just a little tiny bit. I don't want a bright red color. This doesn't want to come out, so I'm just using a knife to take a little bit of the color out. You just need a little tiny bit. Just lift it up and add a little bit on the whisk. Alright, let's whisk it all together now. We've got a perfect strawberry colored meringue right here. So now we just get everything what's inside the whisk out. Just like that. Alright, here we go. So now we're going to do is sift our almond and powdered sugar mixture into the meringue. And then you can just throw these little bits away, it's fine. So now we take our spatula and then fold the almond powdered sugar mixture into our meringue. And this is a very important step because you don't want to overmix or undermix your batter. Alright, we're getting closer. The batter is starting to get thinner. You want to get all of the, not all, but most of the air out of this batter. Alright, let me see. This is still too thick. See how it's like drooping down? See? Yeah. So now we are ready for piping. Now we are going to just add the batter into our piping bag. We've got our baking sheet right here with our template underneath the parchment paper. So now we are going to pipe. Done piping those macaroons. Now we want to get rid of all these air bubbles inside those. So what we're going to do is to tap the baking sheet on the countertop, so this will help to release all the air bubbles. And what you're going to do is just take a toothpick and just remove all these air bubbles. So now you can see like little holes on the top here. Right here's one, and then one is there. So you just take your toothpick and correct those holes. Now comes a very important step. We need to dry those. So I'm going to remove my template underneath. And then I let these dry at a cool place for about, I would say, 20 to 40 minutes, depends on the humidity in the room, but usually it takes me 30 minutes to let them dry. These dried for about 20 minutes, and you can just check them when you touch them, and they're like dry to the touch and nothing sticks to your finger. They're all dry now, so I'm ready to pop them into the oven. I preheated the oven to 300 degrees. Once I put them in, I set the temperature to 280 degrees. Then I bake them for 25 minutes, and then we'll be right back for the filling. Alright, the macarons just came out of the oven and look how pretty they are. So now we just need to fill them with the right ingredients. So we're making a strawberry cheesecake filling, and all we're going to need is 5 grams of freeze-dried strawberries, 30 grams of confectionery sugar, 20 grams of unsalted butter, and last but not least, 45 grams of cream cheese. The next step is one of the easiest. You just throw all these ingredients into the mixing bowl and start mixing. That's perfect. So now you can see it's whipped up very nicely, nice and smooth to one consistency. So we spread the paddle attachment just down. So now we fill our piping bag. It seems like it's not enough filling, but I promise it will be just perfect. You will have no leftovers, and that's what I go for. So now we're going to fill those cookies. Here you have it, strawberry cheesecake macarons. It's that easy. All you have to do is stick to the recipe and then you should be fine. I hope you make them and they turn out well for you. Alright guys, before I forget, you will find the recipe down below in the description box. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It was so great with you. Thanks for watching. Bye!